Hi, my name is Sal Manfredonia, and this is my wife Eileen. We were both born and raised in Brooklyn. We both came from low-income, middle-class families. I was unable to tell this story sooner because the government agency who shut us down had us sign an agreement that all records were to be closed and hidden for 10 years. When you read that section of the book, you will have a better understanding of my statement. This is a tell-all book about what an official of a government office in Broward County, Florida, did to us. We were guilty till proven innocent. I am telling you about what they can do to you. I am telling you this so that you can prevent this from happening to you. Don't let them do this to you because they can. The book, in part, is an autobiography. I had to use fictitious names to protect Eileen and I. For me to address the issues of the law, I did research in the areas of the burden of proof as well as the rule of law. This gave me a full understanding of the way the law was written. Also included in the book is humor. I added humor to the book to overcome the sadness in our lives. I wrote about New York City and Brooklyn. You can take the kid out of Brooklyn, but you can never take Brooklyn out of the kid. My heart is still in Brooklyn. We have a section called Just a Note from Me. We write about America, which is the greatest country in the world. I wrote about traditions and family values. We have a chapter of how to succeed in marriage and how to stay married. Eileen and I were married in 1951, and our marriage is as strong today as it was at the time we were married. There was a time that I was getting the feeling as if we would never be able to go on living without harassment from local government agencies or even the media. It took many years, but we were able to achieve respectability and gain back our self-respect. Now let us talk about the good things in our lives. We met Ann and Vinny, and we became so close we were like brothers and sisters. We entered into many business ventures together, both business and personal. We traveled all over the world together. I will show you that later. The biggest venture we took was getting into the auto loan industry. We would lend money to used car dealers to buy and sell cars with a vehicle protection plan included. To do this, Vinny and I had to be approved by the Department of Banking and Finance under the Consumer Finance Office. We had to send our resumes as well as our financial statements to Washington, D.C. We had to show that we were legitimate businessmen. The government wanted to make sure we were not connected to any illegal money or to be sure we were not laundering money for any organized crime syndicates. We were approved and doing business. The local inspectors would come in and check our transaction records. We always passed. The local inspectors would go back to their office and file their reports. The inspectors would report to the head of their agency. They also told them that we were making a lot of money. Now remember, we were approved by the Department of Banking and Finance in Washington, D.C., and we both had clean records. The government officials in that Broward County office of Florida made a decision to shut us down. He gave that order, shut them down, and find out where their money was coming from and how were they making so much money. We were guilty even without any evidence. We were charged with racketeering and unfair, deceptive trade practices. Now the newspaper headlines started. I kept these articles as evidence of what I had written to be true and accurate statements. The headlines that followed were title loans and high risk or insane. If title loan firms need high rates to survive, the industry should die. Drivers caught in title loan crossfire. Bankruptcy leaves thousands in lurch. Statements made by government officials. A local government agency said the fact that they are of Italian heritage The apple does not fall far from the tree. A judge stated in his courtroom, "This is a bust out." He then froze our bank accounts, both business as well as personal. As of the writing of this book, none of us have been able to make a financial comeback. We were never able to match the wealth we had. But we thank God every day we have both our health and happiness. The anger is gone, but never forgotten. Finally, the good news is the state of Florida changed the laws so that this can never happen again. As years passed, the government official that caused all of our problems lost his title and was reduced to another position. Now come, let me show you our travels. Come, dear. You have to read the book to understand what I mean about the what ifs and taking a dream off the shelf. These are our dreams that we took off the shelf, and I'm giving you a slice of our lives. We did a trip around the world, which was amazing. We just had an enjoyable time. We left Florida, went to the West Coast, we went over to Australia, then we went back over through Germany, across the areas of Boston, Newfoundland, back to New York, then finally on a final trip we took our plane back to Florida. So that was our trip around the world, which not many people get to do. We had a very big venture that's in the book about how we took our family together and we put them on a cruise up the Intracoastal, which was just magnificent. We had the Sir Winston, which had 10 tables to sit 104 people. It was just a great experience. So I just took the shelf off of, the dream off of our shelf, and I'm saying you should all have a dream that you should take off the shelf and enjoy it for a reality. We need to find closure, and that was the purpose of writing this book. So God bless to all, and have a good day. My website is guilty to proven innocent, because they can.com.